before you say anything, alright? My hair's such a mess because I was out on a walk and Zeus went, you know what? I feel like stirring up a storm. So now I'm a little drowned rat. You can probably tell by my upload schedule that June's had me in quite a bit of a slump. Nevertheless, I'm back on track. The creative juices are flowing again for now. So let's kickstart July by having a look at my favourite bits from June, even though they were few and far between. You know the score by now, so let's just get going, shall we? As always, I'm going to start with my favourite song of this month. Has to be Sweet Blasphemy by Black Veil Brides, the re-release. Black Veil Brides a long time ago said that they were going to re-record their entire first album because their sounds changed a lot since back in the day, so they were like, we're going to redo it, re-stitch those wounds, haha, and re-release the whole thing. And I was so buzzing for it, because if you know me, you know I love Black Veil Brides so much. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. A great album that I'm looking forward to. But Sweet Blasphemy was the first song that they did, and now they've re-released it, and it sounds amazing. Favourite album of the month? Chromatica. Duh. My favourite film of this month has just went up onto Netflix. Eurovision Song Contest, the story of Fire Saga. Now I have a wee story about this one. It's about the Eurovision Song Contest and an Icelandic band whose dream is to perform on Eurovision, right? But Eurovision was hosted in Edinburgh in the film. So one day I was kicking about, we went out to a family dinner down New Haven Way, and there was these big Warner Brothers trucks outside, and we were like, what's going on here? And the staff in the place that we were eating were like, oh yeah, Will Ferrell and Pierce Brosnan are out in the water on a boat. We were absolutely buzzing, and like, it's a shame because the staff in the restaurant were like, oh, Will Ferrell was in here earlier, like having his breakfast and that. Like, they were actually out on a boat on the water. And I was like, that's absolutely nuts. I love Will Ferrell. I think he's one of the funniest people ever. But yeah, after we had our meal, we went outside and there was the big trucks, and then there was a big crane over the water that had the camera on it and all that, and Will Ferrell was just swimming in the water. The film's very funny, and it has some like songs in it that I'm like, you would definitely hear that on Eurovision. Like, it's perfect. And it being set in Edinburgh is just absolutely classic. Like, just see, it's weird because I don't see Edinburgh in many films, so it's funny to see it and be like, I've been on that street, that I go to that uni, I'd kick about those streets, and it was very fun. Even funnier when there's a sequence when they're driving to the contest. It's in the Hydro, which is in Glasgow, not in Edinburgh. But they're driving through these windy wee streets of Edinburgh, and then it pans out and it's just this long road towards Edinburgh Uni, and they've just demolished the entire uni and replaced it with the Glasgow Hydro. And I was like, I love this. I don't think I'll ever get over the fact that I was sitting eating my tea down at New Haven Quay and Will Ferrell was just having a wee swim in the water. Next up is my favourite TV show of this month, and there is only one that can take the crown. I have waited for this for so long. The Order Season 2. The Order Season 1 I think came out like late 2018, early 2019 or something like that. And then once I finished Season 1, I remember seeing Season 2 coming in 2020, and I was like, that is too far away, my dude. It was worth the wait. Oh my god. I've still not finished it. No spoilers please, I've still got 2 episodes left to go, and I thought I'll pace myself and just have one a day because I don't want it to end, and I'm really worried that once it's finished I'm going to have to wait another however long for the next season to come out. I've already had one big spoiler thanks to Reddit and someone not hiding the spoiler behind the spoiler warning. I don't know why I'm like this, but there is something about fantasy, supernatural, paranormal, werewolves, vampires, ghosts and canimas and, you know, all that. I just absolutely love it. I can't get enough of it. Not Twilight though, I will say. I've never been a Twilight person, and I will stand by that to my grave. Wow, I'm getting through these quick today. Already onto my YouTuber obsession. Yee. It's Curtis Connor this time. I found him mainly through his videos where he makes fun of TikToks, because I absolutely love watching people react to TikToks because some of them are just completely fucking stupid. But yeah, he's a Canadian comedian who makes fun of stuff on the internet, and what more can I say? Some light-hearted jesting. Yee yee. As always, we're going to move straight on to my favourite video game, and that's got to be, oh my god, The Elder Scrolls Blades. I found this game because I was scrolling on the free downloadable content section of the Nintendo Switch store, and I was surprised that it was there actually, but then I realised Elder Scrolls Blades is also a mobile app, so I was like, oh, that makes sense as to why it's a free game on the Switch. It's got in-app purchases. But yeah, Elder Scrolls Blades is another game in the Elder Scrolls series. It's not an open world game like the rest of them are. It's a dungeon crawler set in the period between Oblivion and Skyrim, which is perfect for me because I played Skyrim first and then went back and played Oblivion, and then Blades is somewhere in the middle where you play one of the Blades who's on the run from the Thalmor because, you know, they killed all the Blades and blah blah blah. If you played Skyrim, you'll know about the Blades. Considering it was made more recently, they've kept it in the style of both of them, which I really like. Like, some of the people, I think, have that very signature Oblivion look about them. If you know your scrolls, you'll know what I mean. The style of the world and the scenery and the baddies is more Skyrim. Also, my boy Shiagorath makes an appearance from day one. I think he's one of the best characters in the whole franchise, to the point where I'm considering getting a tattoo of him as soon as I'm allowed out of my house. Okay, so next up I'm going to talk about my favourite book of this month. I have got back on track with my reading and I've been reading a lot. I went through a phase where the book I was reading just wasn't interesting me, then I finished that one and moved on to 13 Days of Midnight by Leo Hunt. And wow, what a book this is. I bought 13 Days of Midnight absolutely ages ago, because as you can see on the cover it says, if you like Skullduggery Pleasant, read this. And I do like Skullduggery Pleasant, but it took me ages to read it. I only read it the other week. This Leo Hunt guy, the author, he wrote the book when he was 19. I would have been about 15 then. It's just so refreshing to have like young British humour in a book, because like he mentions the rugby boys, the goth girl, and it's all supernatural as well, by the way, necromancers and like, well, basically, let me just give you a quick overview. There's this boy who's like middling in popularity. He's fought to find his little popular spot, fancies the pretty girl, and his dad is a paranormal investigator who has like those stupid TV shows on the telly that are like Most Haunted, Ghost Adventures, that kind of thing. But his dad's actually secretly a necromancer. His dad mysteriously dies and leaves his son all of his wealth and his ghosts that are tethered to him, and the goth girl is the only one who can help him sort out his problems. When I say that it spoke to me on a spiritual level, I am not lying. But it is a very, very good book, and I would highly recommend it to anyone who likes a laugh as well as some action. Now we're going to move on to purchase of the month. Wow, I hate myself. And I've only really made one this month. It's another statue, lo and behold. You know I like my statues. I bought a little Dionysus because I was like, you know what? I enjoy a drink. I want to become an official worshipper of Dionysus and just get steaming all the time in his name. I ordered this little dude on the 3rd of June and he arrived on the 27th, 28th. He took his time, but he came all the way from Greece. Dionysus is the ancient Greek god of leisure, of wine, of getting absolutely steaming. I consider myself one of his worshippers. Also, if you've seen Percy Jackson, Dionysus is in the Percy Jackson films, portrayed by Stanley Tucci of all people. Who else would be better to play Dionysus than Stanley Tucci? No one. Next up is my favourite activity of this month, and this one is very close to my heart. Obviously a lot of people have been stuck in their houses and told to shield and they're not allowed to go see each other, blah blah blah. But in Scotland, at least, in the month of June, my girl Nikki Sturgeon said that you were allowed to go visit people as long as you kept your distance in gardens and whatnot, staying outside and keeping your distance. So I was finally able to go and see my granddad again. He was the first person that I just, as soon as she lifted that rule, I was like, right, I'm going to go see Bob. Because if you know me, you know that I'm very close to my granddad. I visit him every week. So when lockdown hit, it was like, I can't even go see granddad. That's a big hit in my weekly schedule, you know? So it was nice for us to just both have a good catch up, because we tried that on FaceTime and he does not have a clue how to work an iPad. He just doesn't. You know, he's old. He doesn't know what he's doing. And obviously we are being safe with it. We are keeping our distance, because I don't know about you guys, but I love my granddad and I don't want to cause him any harm or any pain or be the one to pass on a disease to him. Letting that sink in, because I know there's a few of you out there who aren't taking this as seriously as you should be. I get it, you might not be as close to your elderly family members, that's fine, that's on you. But don't come near me, don't come near my granddad. If protecting him means staying cooped up for a wee bit longer than I would like, or longer than everyone else is, so be it. You know, I don't want that on my conscience. I don't want to cause him that pain. I feel like I've missed out a lot of categories this time round, like favourite food, favourite big event, favourite this, that, the other, favourite bar, restaurant, that kind of thing. But that's because I've not been able to get out and do anything, everywhere's shut. Next up is my strange addiction of this month, and to be honest, it's not that strange, but I've been teaching myself how to braid hair. Being someone with curly hair, it always put me off braiding my hair when I was younger because it would get tangled and all that. So now, when my hair is straight and it gets a bit greasy, I've been practicing doing my French braids. To be honest, I'm getting pretty good. I'm not showing any photos though, because I don't want to get slammed on the internet, because I think I'm getting good, but I'm still not good. But I'm getting there, and one day I will have perfect French braids and I will look so good. Last but not least, moving on to the lessons I have learned in this month of June. The main one being, don't let lockdown get you down. Don't let it sap your creativity or your inspiration, your motivation for whatever it is, whether it's making videos, whether it's artistic stuff, you know, like actual art or fitness or any sort of skill. Don't just like lose your motivation because you're stuck inside and everything seems a bit pointless for a bit, but don't let it get you down. One day everything's going to go back to normal, and if you stick to it, you're going to come out on top with a new skill or a new something that you've created or new ways of thinking. I don't know, whatever you're doing, keep doing it. As long as you're not harming anyone, you're all good. And that's all I have for you today. Thank you very much for watching. Not got much to say, not much happened in June. Like I said, it was a bit of a slump, but we got out of it, we got there eventually, and now I feel a lot better despite looking like a drowned rat. Once again, thank you to my boy Zeus for that. I really needed a wash. I never know how to start videos, never know how to end them either. I just feel a bit awkward. Just like, okay, bye now, I guess.
Bye-bye, internet.
So that's it. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe, and I will see you next time, my guy. I'm not punching the iPad again because I did that last time and I almost smashed it. So bye bye. See you next time.